Sorry, guys. We're buffering a bit. Hopefully, we're not buffering on y'all's end. Oh well, we'll see. So, we missed the first big comments, but
Hello, everybody. And I guess we just made a big announcement.
we did a huge announcement.
We've got 4 people in here already. So we did make a big announcement today.
Yep.
Um, I forgot what it was already.
But to answer questions, we are. Freedom is going to go to stay with a friend of mine, Jamie, for a trial run, and Jamie will decide if that's something she can add to her schedule. She really would like to have Freedom, but she's got a busy lifestyle, and so she's going to do a trial run, and that way, if it doesn't work for her and her family, then we will get Freedom the.
Hi, y'all.
Hello, Life with Lynn Chuck.
Hey.
Hey. And if it doesn't work out with Jamie, then Freedom will get her health certificate and we'll bring her with us. Hi, Evelyn. It's okay. It's okay that you missed the premiere.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all right.
So, for any of y'all that missed the premiere, the big announcement is we're moving to Missouri.
I know y'all are shocked since Gary was already working over here a lot. Yeah. So, yeah, it was Neil, Treasure Hunter.
Yep.
Bella's running along with the four-wheeler out there. But anyway, hi, Beth. Neil. Cool.
Yep.
Got lots of folks coming in.
Lots of folks.
Joe, are you here? Hi, Joe. Hi, Evelyn. So, glasses work. It's a little too. Yes, we're moving to Missouri,
yes, Emma.
We're going to be about 2 hours from you, 2 hours south.
Lake of the Ozarks, that
south
part of the world.
Yeah, we're moving. We are moving to near Richland, Missouri. And there's John. We need to talk about soap recipe. Well, John, there is mail. I can mail it to you, dear. Yeah. Hi, Mary Catherine. How are you? Yeah. So.
Yeah, and we will be.
We'll be back and forth too.
Yeah. Charlene Grady's in here. Wow. Yeah. Got lots of people in here. So, we will be going back to Kansas occasionally. We are keeping our place there. We're still going to have a couple of kids there. That kind of thing.
Lynette says she's stuck in the ads. I'm so
That's
sorry,
all right.
Lynette.
Thanks for watching those. They help us out.
They do. The ads help us out. That's how we get paid. We get paid through ads. If anybody gives us a super chat, a super thanks, which is on the videos, people can do that. Okay. And that's how we can make money off of.
You're right, Sonny.
Emma.
Yeah, you're right, Emma.
Yeah.
We would love to see you guys
a
little more.
Yeah,
that would be awesome to see you and Matt both.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be just almost due south of you. Almost due south. So yeah, we're pretty excited about that. And
we met a new YouTuber here the other day that's in this area.
Super exciting.
Yep. Combat Patch Farms.
Combat Patch Farms, yes. Oh, hi, Mary Catherine. Thank you for coming in. Thanks, Donnie, for coming over, for sending folks over.
Yeah, and guys, if you don't know, Donnie has changed a lot of his preaching and sermons over to a different name.
Yes.
And I've already forgotten it.
I have too. If anybody knows that, please share that.
I think they might even be in here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you're in here, Donnie, please share that link again. I believe Donnie is a mod and can do that. If not, Donnie, say so, and Chuck or somebody can share it. But yeah, so please do check out the sermons. Donnie's a good preacher. Oh, yeah. We enjoy his teaching.
Man, we heard a good preacher this morning.
We did. Matthew Black.
A young man that we have had in horse camp since he was...
a little feller.
He
was a teenager.
Young teenager. Yeah. And now he's a grown man, and he filled in at the church here at Swedberg, and we thought he did a great job.
Yep.
And he always had. I've listened to him several times. He's done a great job.
He did.
But yep.
But we are going to have a major lifestyle change.
Yes.
From what we have been. It won't be. It'll be going. It's stuff we've done before.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
Right, and we've gone back and forth over the years from producer, from a small ag producer to just sustenance level. And so we're going to go back. We're going to go back to sustenance level
with a lot more foraging
yes.
and hunting and fishing involved.
Similar to what in Oklahoma, whenever we were raising the kids when they were little bitty, and in Wyoming, and when we first in Kansas.
Yep.
So it'll be.
We had a pretty good cattle herd at one point in Oklahoma.
We did in Oklahoma, and we had a pretty good sized one on Kansas.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. And we hope you guys follow along. Those of you who missed the premiere, go back and watch that. We are renting a 1840s farmhouse, homestead house. Somebody's changed the pillars on the front porch to make it look like a plantation house. It is just a farmhouse, but it is the Callaway Manus Homestead, and Manus is spelled Manes. Callaway, Calloway, and Manus Manes Homestead, Richland, Missouri. And that's where we're moving. We're super excited to be part of history. Y'all know how history buffs we are. We're excited to get to work on that house.
Yes.
And
I've been working for my brother over here for a while now, for 6 months now, and it has been very good for me, good for him. It's good to help build his business, and it's been good for me. And we've in a lot of prayer, we've decided that we just need to go ahead and move over here, and that way we can see each other in the evenings. And
we've not lived apart like this before.
Yeah.
And
I come home on the weekends.
Yes.
But
and sometimes I come over here. There's been some good stuff out of it. I think it's been very good for us because we've not done it before. I think there's some good things come out of it for us. And but it's time. It's time to live together again. And
so that's why we're moving. And the deal was we were kind of running through lots of options. Even one of the options might have been our canvas tent.
Yeah.
We looked at places to buy, and nothing that we really, and we've had some medical stuff and different things. We don't have a lot of down payment money, and so we kind of looked at different things. And this house, I found a friend of mine had this house, and he's like, "You guys fix it up. I'll pay your rent."
That seems to be the best option.
Yeah.
So for us right now.
That is.
So plans for the Kansas homestead right now are to leave it as kind of as is. We will do some cleanup. We'll of course bring a lot of our stuff over. Animals, probably not going to bring chickens. I think I have to get a health certificate for chickens. We'll see. I'll ask the vet. They'll know.
We'll probably just go ahead and buy chicks and start over again.
Start over.
We're not terribly far from cackle hatchery.
We are not far from cackle at all. Yeah, so it's
close enough that we won't get them shipped. We'll go get them.
Yeah.
And that helps the price of cackle birds a lot.
Yes, it does. It does.
Cackle birds are priced very reasonably, but they don't do free shipping, and that is one of the issues. But if you're in the area where you can go get them, it helps the price of cackle birds a lot.
I feel like we're missing chat. There we go. Yeah. Okay. From Kansas to Missouri.
Yep.
Yes, we will be just a little bit close. There it is. Okay. Yep. There we are. We're back. Keeping the Kansas place is Gary's doghouse. No, actually not. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, thank you, Mary Catherine. Okay, well, we're sorry if we missed your comment. I had the wrong setting on for chats. Hi, Barb, Benzover Acres. So, yeah. Yep. Pick up birds
Yep.
from Cackle. So let me know when you pick up birds from Cackle,
Yes.
because you will be
You have
very
go
close to
pretty
us.
close to us.
Very close to us.
Yep.
Well, she'll come down. Which way you come down, but yeah.
Doesn't
But
take us long to
no.
get 44, Emma.
No, she'll come down 5 or 7.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
not.
even
Yep.
closer.
Yep. Not far at all. Just a few miles. So.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, we guys, we're moving to Missouri.
We're
That's
moving to
the deal.
Missouri. That's the huge announcement. That's the excitement. It's been, you've been working over here consistently for 6 months, and it's time. It's time.
Lots of work, and getting kind of deeper and deeper into being committed to it. So,
Yep.
and yep.
And it's just the smart thing to do.
When the guys you're working with start calling you by a name other than your name.
There it is. Sorry, guys. It's buffering a bit.
Every time my brother's been over here for about 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've gotten to know him. We've been helping in a camp over here for, 10 years, but 9 camp years because we had to skip 1 year. And we've been in a camp over here, so we know people in the area, and my folks live over here now, and so we know people in the area. It's not completely foreign to us, and we're...
Hi, Bare Bones. How
Yeah,
are
yeah.
you? How are you doing?
Yep. Hello.
I mean, Amy.
Is that her name?
I think so. It's either Amy or Ashley. I'm terrible.
I when I first saw that, I was thinking Bear Roots.
Right, it's Amy, not Katie. Bare Roots is Katie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which we need to let them know. about
We
this.
do.
They probably
Well,
didn't
they
watch
knew
it.
we were coming. I mean, I kind of got contact with them, tell them in the fall that we were considering it.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
but then, yeah. So yeah, Donovan
So-
and Katie need to know we're here
Yep.
because they're not very far from us either. But like we said, we met a YouTuber yesterday.
Yep.
Yesterday.
Combat Patch Farms.
Amanda, I'm so sorry. Amanda,
Yes.
I'm terrible. My memory. I'm so sorry.
Yep. Well, thank you for being in here,
Yes.
Amanda.
Sorry, guys. The joys of rural internet. Gotta compliment. Oh, thank you, Joe. Gary's not gonna block you or deck you or anything.
Nope. It's a long ways before you live.
Yeah. So, hi, Jan. So, Jan.
Yeah. Simply Jan. I don't know if you caught the announcement.
We're moving.
to Missouri.
We're gonna be a little bit closer. Instead of two and a half, almost 3 hours, we're gonna be about an hour and a half from you. So yeah. Anyway. So yeah. Anyway. Good times with Jen. Hey, Jen.
Yep.
Good times with Jen. Hey, Jen.
Yep.
What? Yeah, you figured. It's just been too long.
Yep.
It's just yeah.
That's what. That's
What needs to
mean,
happen?
And guys, I know that I personally prayed a lot, and I know Cindy did, and we both prayed about it together. And that this is what we felt like God has led us to do, and it's good for us right now. It's really, there's just some really good things in it. I work with guys that lift me up and help make me a better person, and I like that. I like not carrying all that.
And it's not that you didn't before.
No,
It's
no.
just,
I worked
yeah.
with great people before too,
yeah.
but I just a little different situation right now, and it's good, and the work's good, and because of all my brain damage, I don't like to I don't like to be the brains of the job, and my brother does a good job of that, and so that's been good for me to not have to be the brains of a job.
Are we 2 hours from Ava? It's an hour and a half or 2
Who's
hours.
asking that?
Mary Catherine. So we're not far from Kevin and Sarah, and we'll probably we'll see about.
I think when we go to Baker Creek from here,
It's not quite 2 hours. It's
Not
like an
quite
hour
2
and
hours,
45
yeah.
minutes because they worship on Saturdays.
Mhm.
So one day after church, we could take a drive
Yeah.
and go.
Yeah.
So one I know, and it's something I've really prayed about with Freedom, and I've put the fleece out, with some of the Amish families close to us. I put the fleece out and offered her to them, and it wasn't something they were prepared for at the time yet, or and maybe I'm asking too much for her. I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. By what we're
I
finding,
don't think so. Have not had her tested, but her lineage is A2 milk, so we're just running with the assumption she's A2. We're not charging more for her because of that. We are charging more for her because she's an amazing cow. She gives great milk, great butter fat, and she's very easy to handle. And she is a registered Jersey calf, so she is breeding stock.
Yes, I'm not sure where Anna is for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But
yeah.
I remember talking to her at Marshfield, and I can't remember where she told me they were close to.
Yeah, not traveling back and forth. I mean, the 5 to 5.5 hour trip gets old.
Yes,
because
it does.
it's roughly about 4.5 to 5 hours, depending on traffic and weather. Yes, I'm so sorry. Our internet here, it's rural internet.
Sometimes it's just
yeah,
like that.
and sometimes it's that way. But yeah, I'm not real sure where Anna is.
I'm not even.
I'll have to touch base with her though.
Yep,
Maybe we can get together, the three of us, and have a day where we do some fermenting or something. Emma, that would be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
One of the things I'm most excited about this house is that big old back porch.
Well, in the big kitchen, I can have folks over and
it's going to be a big
fit
kitchen,
everybody
big porch.
in there. Yeah.
There's a cellar we can use kind of as a root cellar, and it's utility cellar too. But we're going to be able to store stuff down there. There's going to be way more room in this house.
Yes, we're in rural. Okay, sorry. I thought maybe moving the camera would help. Okay. Springfield, yeah, we're almost 2 hours from Springfield.
We're about 2 hours from Springfield ourselves. Yeah. So, yes.
It's along that hour and 45. Ava is like, we can bypass Springfield and go to Ava before you ever go to, or Marshfield. Mansfield. Marshfield's, Marshfield's much closer too. It's just a little over an hour.
Yes.
So, she's closer to Ava. Okay. So we may be almost halfway. So if she's down by Ava and Emma's coming from, we can gather and we can just arrange and have fun things. Hello, Miss Patty, the tinker's wife.
Yes, yeah. Yep. So, those of you that are just getting in here, we're announcing that we are moving to Missouri.
We are. We have rented a large house. Well, it's not. I don't know. It's not as large as it looks on pictures, but it is a big house. It is
1840s.
1840s
house. It's on as a registered as a National Historical Site. It is really got some neat history.
It does.
It is now part of the Black Cattle Company, and we're gonna be renting the house.
And you hit light.
I sure can. Let's go home from church.
Home from church. Gary's going to turn the light on for us here, so you guys can see us. Well, it's near Richland, Missouri. It is the Callaway Manus homestead, and Callaway expired in the house. I forgot when I did my premiere, my wording, have to be politically correct, and I thought of that later. But yeah, bushwhackers come upon him one Monday night. There's lots of stories around, and it's probably a combination of the stories. But they come upon him one night, and he was a farmer and a preacher. He and his brother were farmers and preachers in the area around here. They started several missionary Baptist churches around here, and in the 1840s through 1860s. And they built homes that were on ridges that faced one another. They were abolitionists, and they were huge Union supporters, which it caused tension, lots of tensions. That they received threats, and they refused to quit preaching against slavery and secession from the Union in the Civil War. So in August of 1864. On a Sunday morning, Callaway preached, as the article says, a fiery sermon in support of the Union and against slavery. And Monday, and then at some point, somewhere around that time, he sold cattle as well.
At the railhead.
At the railhead, which was very close in Richland, and was paid in gold. Since money wasn't paper money wasn't secure, they paid in gold. And so the story goes, there's a couple of stories. One story is that he was killed because he wouldn't quit preaching the Union as a Union sympathizer and as an abolitionist. And the other story was that the bushwhackers were from out of town and that they were after the gold. So it's probably a combination of the stories.
And even the ones, the stuff you found about him being killed because of his abolition stance and his
they still mentioned the treasure and the possible ability of a treasure.
And they also called them bushwhackers, not locals.
Right.
And so that's the story, that it was not local men that did it, it was somebody from somewhere else.
Yeah. So that's just, so all those elements are true in the story, so we're not sure, whether they were, one story is that they followed him home, waited till dark,
They
and
probably used one as an excuse and the other one as a motivation.
Right.
So
and there's been lots of treasure hunters out and about looking for the gold.
Yeah.
They were after Seth as well, but one of the girls ran out the back and ran to Seth's house, which is close to a mile, and got his family to safety.
Through the holler.
They went down through the holler.
You have to have some hillbilly legs to run through that holler.
She did it a lot.
Yep.
But anyway, and then the other possibly interrogated him as to where he'd hid his gold. But treasure hunters have combed the area for 200 years and not found anything.
Yeah.
So close to 200 years, so 150 years, and not found anything. So,
it was the part of.
Yes, let there be light. Yeah, we had to turn the light on.
Yeah, and it was part of the mains were in the cattle business. The Manuses were in the cattle business, and so it was a cattle ranch then. And evidently they owned a lot of ground, not just the 2 quarters, but they had a lot of that ground. And it is great country. I would run cattle on it. It's that kind of country.
I'm gonna guess old Seth knew where the money was because his wife died a week later, and so he took his sister-in-law, both families, and they went to Illinois and waited out the remainder of the war, which wasn't much, a couple years or so, and then came back. So, so I'm guessing he probably knew where the money was, if there was money.
And then in the early 70s, it became the Powers Ranch.
Okay.
And that was actually a hub.
There it is, back.
So it was a hub for a cattle trucking guy that had a cattle trucking business, and he used that as all the evidences of 1950s, but 1970 cattle trucking is there. When they would have been done in trucks instead of trailers, and the pins are there and everything's there. So, and then a few years ago, it was purchased by the Black Cattle Company, and it's a neat place.
It is a neat house. I'm excited to get to show you guys pictures of the house as we clean it up, and it's been abandoned for close to 20 years, since 2007.
Yeah.
Since 2007. No problem.
Hey, Oliver, we're moving to Missouri.
But anyway, so we're super excited about the house. Super digging party. Yeah. Well, I don't know that we're going to find it. I don't know that anybody would find anything. It's been so combed over.
Yeah.
It's been so combed over. I mean, crazy. Chris was telling us all about how people had just mobbed on, combed over it.
And used detectors and everything, and all over the place.
Yep. Oliver's here.
Yep.
Yep. So we're guessing that my assumption is that Seth knew where the money was, and that was what helped him get the families over. Seth and Callaway were married to sisters. Callaway's wife's name was Sarah. Oh, Seth and Callaway were brothers.
Cool.
I should start out that way. and Sarah and Calloway were married, and Seth's wife was Rebecca. She was called Rebecca in a lot of the historical documents, and Sarah and Rebecca were sisters as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they had their little family. So and they did a lot of things together as a family.
Yeah, and unique town that had the Santa Fe Railroad line through it for a long time, and made that great has made that great for that kind of industry in the previous century even, and so
Yeah, we're enjoying the history. We're
yeah,
enjoying researching the history.
that's something that we find incredibly interesting,
And I'm hoping to add, as we move there and we're there, I'm hoping to add in our videos when I learn even folklore history, word of mouth history stories, add them in to the videos as we can. I did shoot a little bit of video yesterday of us cleaning up. When a home hasn't been lived in almost 20 years, it gets a little dirty.
and it
Just
was
dusty.
used as storage
was
for
used
a
as
guy's
storage.
antique trade, and so it's been kind of full of stuff, and
Yep.
we're moving stuff around and cleaning and
Mm-hmm.
getting it ready. There's a lot of work to do,
There is.
and I think I can find a carpenter to do some of
Maybe.
that.
You think you can find one?
Maybe. I'll have to see if Jamie's got time.
Yeah.
But
Oh man.
yeah,
There's some work to be done.
there's
We'll
a
do
lot
a
of work to be
tour.
done.
We'll do a tour soon and show some of the work that we need to get accomplished. There's some exterior
We want to
stuff.
get a few things cleaned up and
Yes.
some of the previous owner's stuff out
Mhm,
of there
mhm.
before.
Yeah.
Yep, I seen that. all over.
Unstoppable. Yeah, it's a
Cool.
good movie. It is a very good movie. So that is our huge announcement. That's our fun story time today. I don't know. I'm excited.
Yep.
And we'll see if Freedom comes and Benny come along with us, or if they stay in Kansas.
There's a lot of things I'm excited about. I'm
Mhm.
excited about the gardening here in
Yep.
the Ozarks. They get a lot more
They
rainfall.
do. They
The
do.
soil type's different.
They
excited.
don't get sprayed with airplanes.
I mean, there's still a lot of spraying in this part of the world because
They don't get sprayed with
they
airplanes.
don't use an aerial like they do in
And so
other
there's
places.
less risk of
Yeah.
for where we're at. I know that is not true in other parts of Missouri
Right.
because like where where the
Right,
Duncan
where there's
1900s
more
is
cropland.
north,
Yeah.
where it's a little
This is
flatter.
cattle country.
This is very hilly, lots of trees. They don't not as much.
What they do use around
Mhm.
here instead of aerial sometimes is a drone,
They do use
which
a
that
drone.
applies about 4
More of a
feet off the
direct,
ground
yeah.
instead of
12 or 15.
Yeah, instead
Mhm.
of 100 feet off the
Yeah.
ground or whatever. And
I don't know. He was close to 6 feet off the
Yeah,
ground
was
one
it?
time.
well,
Yeah.
he was too high when he let it out. I can tell you that. But
Yeah.
they so it's 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 kind of new venture for us. I'm looking forward to the foraging. I foraged here a lot this fall in the hills in the evenings, and I'm really looking forward to the foraging. I've already learned new plants here, learned spice bush here, and there's just lots of things here. I've already found a pawpaw patch in this part of the world, and I picked it this fall. I know where there's a persimmon patch. We have already harvested some mullein and use for lung stuff.
Kevin, hi Gary and Cindy. Been a while since Jan and I made it live. Great to be back again. You're moving down to Missouri. Yes, Kevin. We are moving to Missouri. Watched it. Sick and good movie. Okay. So Kevin, we're gonna be about an hour and a half. We're gonna be about an hour and a half east of y'all. So
Not far from Fort Leonard Wood.
yeah, we're not far from Fort Leonard Wood. So if anybody knows where the fort is. There's whoops. Gotta get together. Yes, we do. Oh no. Okay, there, got it. Okay. Yep, we gotta get together. Have 100 mullein plants. We're moving close to Richland, Missouri. It's near Camdenton, near Waynesville, near Fort Leonard Wood. Not far from Lebanon. No, the new property will not become our forever home. May Pops. Yeah. Yes, Ollie. We said Fort Leonard Wood. We're not going to be far from Fort Leonard Wood. Yeah. Fort Leonard Wood is way up there. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to be far from
Lake of the Ozarks.
Ozarks.
Yep. Yep. You lived in Waynesville for a year.
Cool.
Jen did.
Yep. That's awesome.
Oh,
So
wild
some wild
plums.
plums.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a pretty good patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a pretty nice patch of that. Yeah, and I think I know where there's some plums.
Yeah. I don't know about was there plums? I know you showed me currant.
Yeah, there's gooseberry bushes, and we've been finding all kinds of stuff. Cindy and I went for a walk today and saw several things.
So we'll be moving near.
All right.
How big is the property? Well, we're not going to have much room.
Right. That's on a quarter section, but it's a cattle ranch, and we're just renting the house. We've got access. We're able to use a little 2-acre trap in the yard, basically. But the yard's pretty big, plenty big enough for plenty of gardens and chicken pen. And that 2-acre trap, we could put our milk cow in it if we end up bringing her here.
Yep.
I'm sure that if we talk to them, we can find a place to put a hog pen if we need to.
Right.
But we're gonna go back to more deer meat and fish and game. We may do a hog every once in a while. My family likes to have me help butcher hogs, so we may do a family hog every once in a while, especially now that we're closer to them. And so, and we'll go back to butchering more of our own.
Yes.
And less of taking them to processors, because we're not going to do a lot of custom stuff anymore.
Right.
So that will change that. But definitely we'll still be doing, laying hens at some point. We'll probably do some chicken trackers in the yard for meat chickens. We're going to have a little garden. We're going to get back into foraging more.
Yeah.
Which I've already done a little bit. And the Ozarks are an amazing place to forage. Amazing. And I know that there are lots more resources here, seems like, to help people learn more foraging.
And I'm going to do more YouTubing, and I'm going to probably get a part-time job and do more soaping. Oh, okay. Okay that I didn't read it. She did. She took it back.
It just said yes. All it said was yes.
So yeah, we're excited for our move. We are not at this point doing anything with our. We're not getting rid of our Kansas place. Our son's going to live there. Hello, 9 Acre. How are you, Dale?
Yep.
When we're in a
better place to forage.
Yes, we are in a better place to forage. Yeah.
So we'll be doing that and showing you guys some of that. Cindy's going to kind of concentrate on the videos again now that she's feeling better.
Yes. And when we get settled good. But we're going to still work on the videos even though we're going to be transitioning.
And there is going to be a lot of content from what we're doing.
Yeah.
And so the old house fixing will be part of our content. And starting the gardens where there haven't been any, who knows when. And
oh, that's all right, Dale. No problem. And Gary's gonna be busy. He's gonna have to get me a garden place pretty quick because it's almost time to plant potatoes and onions.
I saw robins today. We saw robins
which
today.
Means old wives' tale that it's time to plant onions and potatoes. Yeah. But we know we're gonna get hit at least one more time. Yeah.
My grandpa had a place in the Ozarks. It was in Oklahoma in the Ozarks, but he always taught us that between Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, that's when you plant the early stuff.
We're north of that, though.
Yeah, we are a little north of where he was. So we're probably going to get closer to St. Patrick's Day for some of that. But his deal was that's the window, and then what works with the weather and what works with your schedule. That's kind of how he would do it. But that was his window.
I've not done enough research to be planting by the moon and stuff like that. Just not done enough research.
Well, my grandpa Cardle always said he castrated by the signs.
Yeah.
When you had help and a sharp knife, that was a sign it was time to castrate.
I think that's when the weather's good.
Yeah, when
that's
the weather's good and you've got what you need,
That's the time to
that's
plant.
what planting by the sign. That's a sign it's time to plant. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I missed what Ollie said here. Oh, oh, we retracted. Okay. Hi,
Hey,
hi,
Jan.
Jan.
Yeah. Cool.
Jan's cooking.
I'm glad you're here, Jan.
We are near. Yeah, we're at Grandma Sue's. That's where we're at.
Yep. Oliver, we're at Grandma Sue's.
Never has a burn ban. Oh my gosh, I don't know about that, but it's rare. Meat birds. We will probably do meat birds. It's going to be a while because we have a lot, and they didn't sell well. My health wasn't where I could get to the market, and when we have, it has its. Oh, she's frying fish. We're having fish too, Kevin.
Yeah, yeah. Mom, I can. It's pretty strong. I've already tried a couple pieces. I can smell it good. She fried some crappie tonight. So.
Yeah, having crappie tonight. But
My
yeah.
dad's out moving his cows in pastures, so he hadn't eaten yet.
Yeah, we're excited. I don't know if y'all can tell. But yeah. This will be my last week at work in Kansas. And we'll see
Our
what
house
next.
is our house is not ready to live in yet. We've got a lot to do to get that. We are gonna be looking for a wood stove. We need a wood stove. That's one of the things we need to do to.
But
make
we
this
need a
house
particular one,
Yeah, it really need one that the stovepipe comes out the back.
and it needs to be fairly small.
Yeah. So that's what we're kind of looking at now, and looking for now, and we got quite a bit of other things to do to it, but.
Yes, we will still be at the Ozarks Expo. We'll be so much closer.
Yeah, we're going to be a lot closer to it. We're actually in the Ozarks now.
Yep.
We're actually going to be in the
So
Ozarks.
we don't feel like fakers when we go teach at the Ozarks Homesteading Expo,
Yeah,
and we're
go
not
to
in the
the
Ozarks.
Ozark and Homesteading Expo and
Where are you at?
talk about homesteading in the Flint Hills of Kansas.
So we can talk about homesteading in the Ozarks.
Which is not something we have unexperienced.
No.
My one side of my grandparents, they lived in the Ozarks, and I had an uncle that lived in the Ozarks as a kid, and they all homesteaded. So.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, and we will be at Baker Creek for the Spring Planting Festival.
Yes.
Yeah. Bare minimum will be there Sunday. Hopefully we'll be there 2 days.
Yeah.
That's our plan at this point. But bare minimum will be there Sunday.
Boss, he's kind of.
Your boss may not let you off. Well, it depends on what my boss lets me do too.
My baby brother is my boss, and he kind of
He lets you do
he
whatever
lets
you
me
want.
do what I want. He asks me what I think I ought to do. It's kind of a neat deal. There's 3 of us that work together. One of my brother's good friends, and me and him.
Yes, yeah, we'll be like an hour and 15 minutes from the expo. Yes, we're going to be camping buddies. We're still going to have camping buddies, and yeah, we'll still be camping buddies at Baker Creek,
Especially at Baker Creek.
and
But,
the Ozarks.
Yeah.
At the expo. We're not going to drive back and forth.
No.
Kevin's on here. Kevin Henderson is simply Jan's husband, and he's communicating for himself and for her.
Oliver, we will tell you where when we see you in person.
Yes, when we see you in person.
We're not going to say exactly, although we've given enough information that anybody can find it. But
they can find us anyway.
as a practice,
yeah,
we're going to tell you when we see you.
Yeah. Yes, we're going to, yeah. So, and, freedom, as much as I love freedom, you are tied down when you have a milking animal. I mean, you have a lot more responsibility, and it's a lot to ask of someone to take care of them for you when you travel. So,
we just don't really think it's going to fit our lifestyle for a little
right,
while.
Right. And this is kind of my fleece. If it works out for Jamie to keep her, then that's wonderful. She'll be a family milk cow for a new family. But if it doesn't work out, I'll bring her with me, and I'll know that that's my answer, and I'll just calf share, continue to
Mhm.
calf share, so that she doesn't struggle when we do have to leave, go somewhere. Yeah.
So yeah, we are looking forward to the whole process.
Yeah.
Pretty excited actually.
Yeah. So yeah, we do. We'll be traveling this week. I won't be back in Missouri this week. Coming weekend, I'll be in Kansas, or we'll be in Oklahoma. We'll both be in Oklahoma. Gary's gonna come home on Thursday evening, and we've got a funeral in Oklahoma on Friday morning, and gotta yeah. So and
So this is going to make the fourth state that we have
lived in.
homesteaded in. We've homesteaded in Oklahoma,
Wyoming, Kansas, and now Missouri. So that's kind of exciting. That's really exciting to start to a new. And those of you guys that have known us for very long, you guys know that our typical is 5 to 6 years. We move 5 to 6 years. We homesteaded 2 places in Kansas. Kansas has been
We've been in that area of Kansas about as long as we've been anywhere.
except for growing up.
Yeah,
But yeah, so we homesteaded at my mom and dad's house for almost 5 years. We homesteaded in Oklahoma. We homesteaded at our farm for about 5 years. We went to Wyoming for about 5 years, just over 5 years. We were in Kansas in our first rent house 6 years. Moved to the farmhouse or to our Pathways homestead 6 years, and now we're coming to Missouri. So it's not going to quite be 6 years at the farmhouse at the homestead, in Kansas homestead.
So we are, guys. This is a temporary housing thing for us. We're going to live here for a while and get some bills paid off, get some money saved up while we look for a homestead for us.
Yeah. There's Gary. Yep, Gary's here. All right, Mary Catherine.
Captain
Thanks for
Caveman.
coming in. Yeah. So.
Yep, Captain Caveman. Any of y'all that have just come in, the big announcement we're making is that we are moving to Missouri.
Yep.
And
all right. Thank you, Lynette. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming in here, guys. We appreciate the support, and it's kind of, we've known this was coming for a while. We were looking and figuring out how it's going to work and making sure that's what God wanted us to do, and we've wanted to mention it a few times on the lives, but we're like, no, we need to wait till this is for sure, and we've got some kind of plan, and we can give you guys some details, and so, because we'd hate for it to be 1 week, oh yeah, we are, and then next week, oh, maybe we're not, and then, so we waited till it was pretty much for sure.
Jan says Kevin walked away with his phone, so she has to listen while she cooks.
That's all right.
That's all right, Jan. Thanks for being here. But yeah, so we're super excited. We're super excited to take you guys along on this adventure. It's a huge adventure.
Yep.
And you guys know us. We love adventure. We're hopeful to get to travel a little more.
Yeah. We're actually looking forward to hiking and canoeing and stuff in the Ozarks and fishing, and that's something we're kind of looking
Beth,
forward to.
yeah. Well, and we've never lived apart like this before, and so it's time to not live apart.
I've been coming home on the weekends, but
I've been traveling here.
And so, but we've been separated during the week, and that's not been us. I mean, not since I was 16 years old.
Right,
We've seen each other almost every day.
Yeah,
and so.
Yeah. Well, I was in college right before we got married. I went to one semester
and
college.
we'd see each other on the weekends.
On the weekends,
yeah.
That was the last time that we didn't see each other on the daily. Except camps, we'd have a camp,
camp here, there, and stuff we need to go do. But yeah, so we're just making a change, and it will definitely be a homesteading type thing.
Yep.
We are fixing an old house. And we're going to show you guys some of that process and kind of some history of the house and kind of how we're doing things.
Yes, it's going to be a great adventure.
Yep.
So we're super excited for that adventure.
Looking forward to mushroom hunting the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Looking forward to all the spring foraging. Something that I have never lived where it was, and now we're going to live not too far, that I have picked my whole life, or when I was a kid I picked, is watercress. And I picked a little watercress this fall, and I know where there's a watercress patch. I know where there's a pawpaw patch. I know where there's a persimmon patch. We know where there's spice bush berries. So yeah, we're gonna looking forward to that. Definitely blackberries and stuff like that.
Thank you, Emma. She's glad we're gonna be back together, living together.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you, Emma. Yeah. Yeah. So exciting. Yeah, we get together and hunt mushrooms.
Yeah,
Kevin.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Kevin, I think there's a place kind of in between me and you that we might ought to go check out, like Pomme de Terre.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and
Yeah.
I ought to go check out Pomme de Terre at some point.
Yes, he
Yes.
does, Barb. He sure does. And fishing.
Yeah,
And fishing.
yeah.
Yep. And we both love to fish, so yeah, we have us a fishing trip. So we'll see. I'm not sure. Just not real sure what all's gonna be going on. But we'll be close enough for Kevin and Sarah. Or Kevin and Sarah.
Kevin and Jan.
Kevin and Jan will try to make their meetup in June. Try to go down, yeah, at least one day, and just even if it's just a day trip down to visit. If we can get it, swing it, we will. It's kind of hard. We don't really. Some things are up in the air. All right, thank you, Emma. Yep, I'm so excited too. Yep. We'll see you. Have a good evening, Emma. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what life brings.
Yep.
So, anyway.
So yeah, we're that's our adventure, and we're gonna bring you guys along with this little device right here,
Yep.
and let you join in on some of our adventure and see the cheers and the tears and the mud and the blood and the beer kind of thing. So that's
No beer.
No beer.
Unless it's root beer.
Yeah, root beer. There we
Which
go.
there is sassafras here.
Yes.
We make our own root beer.
And that's something else I'm looking forward to picking more of. And I did this this fall, and
so we'll see. We'll see. I had my first week back to work. Had a great week. I did good. The first day I was pretty tired, but hey, Ghost. Okay, yeah.
I think that's kind of between me and you.
Yeah, it is. It'd probably be a good meeting place.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So we're excited, and yeah, I'm doing great. Doing so good compared to this time last year. I'm doing really, 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 really good. So that's exciting. That's good. We took an adventurous walk today. My first very long walk.
I didn't even think about what I was asking of her.
Yeah.
I just, oh, this is a cool place. Let me show you this. Oh, we'll walk here. Look at that. And then we started walking back, and I'm realizing, oh, she hadn't been walking.
Yeah.
She just got, just a couple months out of her surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh man, it's kind of a heel, but it's all right.
I did fine.
Did fine.
I did fine. I didn't have to stop and rest. Yes. I need to do that video, but I also need to come see you and do it. Hi, Marcia.
Marcia, how is your husband?
Marcia, how's David?
Yeah, and we are.
We are not going to sell our house.
Nope, our son is going to live there.
Mm-hmm. Possibly our youngest daughter.
Yeah, possibly. So our kids are going to use it, and they're going to live in it, and so that's good.
Yeah.
And we are going to live over here for a while, and we're close to my family, and my brother's, it's his custom carpentry business, but basically the three of us are kind of self-employed, and he's just the brains of the operation and kind of ramrods everything, but a lot this last week he wasn't even on it. He was going and running other things for the job while me and the other guy, Jamie, we were actually doing the work and dealing with, helping the customer. We had some deliveries show up that weren't labeled right, so I had to take that end of things, but it has been good for me, and it's good for us, and so that's what we're doing now, and we're kind of looking forward to how this is gonna kind of get to have a change of things. So
Supper time.
I know that it's typical human nature, and to a point it's true for me. People don't like change, and there are some things I don't like to see change. But there are times that it drives me absolutely batty to think that it's going to be just like this from now on. That bothers me.
Oh, amazing. David is walking without his walker. Going to have X-rays Wednesday and go from there. Oh, we're moving to Missouri. Marcia, Gary has been working over here for 6 months, a little over 6 months, almost 7 months, and it's just time that we move. Yeah.
That was Grandma Sue shutting the door. All over. She just walked through the den and shut the back door.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we are. Yeah, we're sitting in my parents' house in their den. They've got a house that's kind of segmented out, and the den's kind of we can get down here and shut the door.
And the router's here.
Yeah, and the router's here. The
Even though we've
good.
been struggling with the internet
Yeah,
today.
Internet's as good as it gets here, I guess. But yeah.
So yeah, which we've had a pretty good connection for a little bit here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we're just excited for our move. That's amazing, Marcia, that your husband is doing so well.
Absolutely.
We're so glad.
David.
We've been praying, and we're going to continue to pray because we know this ain't over. It's got a long ways to recovery, and we know that for David and for you. And Marcia, we've been praying for you, and you're doing a great job taking care of him. I know. So yeah.
Yep.
Any more questions? Anybody got more questions? We got 7 minutes left. And his way homestead will be live tonight at 6:30. And yeah.
Yep.
Yes, YouTube will keep us in touch. Yes. Oh, that's awesome, Marcia. Good job. She started a Bible study for her channel. That's awesome, Marcia. Yes, it helps. It sure helps. He takes the care of the burdens if we just trust him. I know it. It seems cliche. A lot of people think it's cliche, but it's not, and it's hard to explain to people. It really is. But when you put him first, everything else, the time is still hard.
Something I've learned lately is you can put God first and learn to put Him first more.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing.
And that should be our growth.
Yeah,
that should be on our growth.
That's part of our pathway.
We never arrive. we were not going to arrive till we arrive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Yeah. When we arrive at.
All
Sorry,
right,
guys.
Back. We're back.
Learn to live hour by hour with God. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Once it's. Yeah, we're just step by step pathway. On this pathway, going on this journey.
Been praying for where we needed housing and that kind of thing. Gone through several options. One day my brother said, "Hey, call this guy," and I called him, and he thought he had something that it didn't work out. And I told him,
Hey, we're yawn as soon as Gary's yawning. But yeah.
So we just
Yeah.
He told us about this house, and we went and looked at it and decided it was what God was guiding. We did some praying for it, and then we went and looked. I went and looked and told Cindy about it, and she did research. And then she's got excited about it, went and looked and said, yeah, this is the deal. So
yeah, it's super exciting. With us both being history buffs to live in. Yes, every new circumstance is property out. So those that are new, we're moving to Missouri.
yes.
Recap, we're moving to Missouri. We're moving into an old farmhouse.
It's got Civil War history in it, and so a house, and we're going to be moving into it. It is just going to basically be using the yard and a little trap there.
And for now, we're going to keep our homestead in Kansas. One of our children's going to live there, possibly another one. Yeah. So we're just going to hold on to that piece of property as long as it's needed for our family. And then, and we're looking towards, we're going to get medical bills paid off, and then in hopes of purchasing property in Missouri.
We'll purchase property somewhere in this part of the world. And so,
or wherever else God moves us.
Yeah, by the time we get that money saved up, God may say, hey, now's the next spot.
Yeah, and and He says, be careful saying what you're going to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
because He could require our soul tonight. So
no, Gary will not be pastoring here at the moment. No. All right, see you later, Charlene. See you later. But no, Gary won't be pastoring here currently. For now, anyway.
No,
yeah.
we'll see what happens.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see, but not right. Yeah, not in the near future. Okay,
Thank you.
Charlene's headed out. So yeah, yeah, that's our huge announcement, our huge excitement. So if you missed the premiere, go back and watch it when it comes up. Thank you so much, Marsha. We'll continue to pray for you and David. And yeah, so yep. But that is the plan at the moment, and it's always up for change.
Yeah, and we're gonna get off here in just a minute.
Yep.
I encourage you guys to go check out
His Way Homestead.
His Way Homestead.
6:30.
6:30. So, yeah, and we appreciate everybody in here, and we appreciate your prayers. And please be praying for us. We've got a lot of work to do and a lot of ways to try to figure out how things are needing to go.
Yeah.
Need a lot of guidance right now.
So thank you guys for coming in and sharing with us. Remember, God made you special.
And He loves you very much.
Good night, y'all. Love ya.